When Prince Dapo Abiodun took over the mantle of leadership in 2019, he minced no words in affirming a commitment towards pushing the state forward. Relying on an energetic partnership with the good people of the state, Prince Abiodun commenced the implementation of a vivacious and vibrant agenda, which led to immense and undeniable progress witnessed within the nooks and crannies of the state. Road construction, for instance, is one area through which the state governor has impacted most upon the people. To be clear, over 99 kilometers of roads spanning its 3 senatorial districts have been completed. Some of these roads include the 42-kilometer Abeokuta-Shagamu Interchange Road, 14-kilometer Ijebu-Ode-Mojoda-Epe Road, 3.9-kilometer Osi-Ikola Navy Command Rail Power Road, Ota, 2-kilometer Idiaba Elite Oke-Lantoro Road, Abeokuta, 7.8-kilometer Fajol American Junction Unity Estate Road, Obantoko, Abeokuta, among others. Not less than 562.63 kilometers of road construction remain on course, with a good number of them at different stages of completion. The housing sector has also received major attention from this administration, with the most recent being the close to 400 units of flats constructed at Kobakpe, a suburban town near Abeokuta. This administration also had earlier constructed over 100 flats at Olokuta Idiaba, Abeokuta. Other interventions in this regard include a 31-villa 5-bedroom apartment with an attached boys' quarter located at Okemoson, Abeokuta, known as King's Court Estate Phase 1, constructed by Ogun State Property and Investment Corporation, OPIC, with the construction of the second phase already underway. And still on infrastructure, the state government, through its agencies, continues to expend a great deal of resource towards ensuring good quality of life for its people. The Ministry of Rural Development, in carrying out this task, embarked on the construction of solar power boreholes in rural areas. 67 solar power home kits were distributed to underserved rural communities not linked to the national grid across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. The administration of Prince Dapo Abiodun also initiated community engagement towards the construction of 100 kilowatt power solar hybrid mini-grid at Odeomi community in the Ogun Waterside local government area. In the education sector, the government of Prince Dapo Abiodun gave approval for the release of 200 million naira as take-off grants for the State Education Trust Fund for the development of infrastructure in state-owned tertiary institutions. In addition, the administration renovated and constructed blocks of classrooms in close to 300 schools in both the elementary and secondary sectors across the nooks and crannies of the state. It also introduced Ogun Teach Intervention, a program designed to employ 5,000 interns to fill teacher vacancies in primary, secondary, and technical colleges in the state. Government organized seminars, workshops, and trainings as part of capacity building for teaching and non-teaching staff. The health sector is perhaps one which has arguably received the most visible attention from Prince Dapo Abiodun. This may not be unconnected with the advent of the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic, which ravaged the globe only a few months after the inception of his administration. And to be sure, the response of the state government continues to be acknowledged as a model by all, beginning with the federal government through its health agencies, development partners, health professionals, the media, among others. Regardless of the parameters by which evaluation is conducted, the state fares well. As it is often mouthed, statistics don't lie, as can be discovered in the low fatalities, which were recorded in the state despite the first known case in the country was identified here. Government established molecular testing labs and isolation centers around the state. Figures emanating from the Primary Healthcare Development Agency indicates that as at mid-February, the total number of people vaccinated was 1,354,841. It needs to be stressed that despite the global pandemic, however, other essential components of the health sector also received government intervention massively. Some of these include the introduction of 24-hour ambulance and emergency services across the 20 local government areas, with the fleet increasing from 6 to 30 functional ambulances in less than 3 years. And most recently, Governor Abiodun launched the State Health Insurance Scheme for the informal sector and Basic Healthcare Provisions Fund, with more than 20,000 vulnerable people registered in 2021 alone. Needless to state here that the state government, realizing the nexus between sanitation and health, also put strategic measures in place to improve sanitation around the state. Chief among the measures is the introduction of the Waste Management Agency, Ogwama, which is presently very active at revolutionizing waste management in addition to giant strides at improving sanitation.
Governments deliver impactful projects in consultation with stakeholders, like we have witnessed in Ogun State. The trajectory of our national development will be enhanced. Once again, I thank Your Excellency for the invitation and the opportunity to identify the giant strides going on in Ogun State.
Agriculture is another area in which the present administration has thrived. In crop production, animal husbandry, food processing, value chain development, things have continued to take an upward turn. The Anchor Borrowers Program is one strategy government has wisely tapped into to enable the sourcing of funds for interested participants in agriculture so that they can be empowered to follow their passion. The governor also realizes the role of industrialization, trade, and investment as an important determinant of development. And in almost 3 years or thereabouts, the state government has organized series of business clinics for medium small-scale enterprises across all senatorial districts. This, interestingly, is a continuous process, and to further encourage and motivate this important strata of society, government has commenced the free distribution of Corporate Affairs Commission certificate procured by government at no cost to the beneficiaries. The governor and his representatives have embarked on industrial tours of companies around the state to motivate and mobilize and encourage a vibrant partnership that leads to a win-win situation for the companies and their hosts. In youth empowerment and job creation, the government of Prince Dapo Abiodun has recruited state councils, regularized the appointment of job portal officers, doctors, nurses, judicial officers, among others. It has empowered more than 120 youths on adire production, facilitated the recruitment of 105 firemen into the Ogun State Fire Service. One of the main thrusts of Prince Dapo Abiodun when he assumed the mantle of governance was information and communication technology. At the inception of his administration, Governor Abiodun expressed that commitment through the establishment of systems such as would allow for the deployment of ICT for employment generation, employability, and youth empowerment. This was implemented through the institutionalization of the State Bureau of Information Technology, and since its creation, the Bureau has trained youths on over 20 different categories of ICT certificate programs, thereby exposing them to unlimited wealth opportunities embedded in digitalized global economy. That is the core vision of empowerment programs of his administration. Without any reservation, one can safely allude to the reality that these ICT programs had launched the state into great digital business opportunities, which could place it as a digital pace setter. The opening up of the state into great ICT opportunities began with the birth of professional ICT collaboration with Cisco Academy, along with the eventual launch of the Ogun Tech Hub, where youth and women, among others, have access to IT training and other certificates that have turned hundreds into digital professionals. Several support programs have also been organized for IT startups with a view to making them experts in building local solutions towards harnessing prospects of the ever-emerging digital economy.